Each season, Neil Everett produces about 5,000 lambs on his property at Scotts Creek, southwest of Camperdown in Victoria. His main customer is Coles Supermarket. Lambing has finished for the year, but as with every other season, many of the newborns didn't survive.
We have first cross ewes, so they've got the ability to lamb at, normally, if you scan, is about 180%. So after predators, foxes, weather, we normally mark about 135 to 140%.
Neil says it's difficult to say exactly how many lambs he loses to foxes each year, but he estimates it would be somewhere between 5 and 10%.
We could lose approximately between 200 to 400 lambs a season. I find foxes obviously are hungry in winter, and they'll come and find lambs that are either half orphaned or twins or a mate, and which they'll take and feed. Sometimes they'll kill for the fun, and then sometimes they'll kill to eat. So normally grab it by the throat and either chew the tongue or the tail, and if they're really hungry they'll eat the heart, and that's all. They leave the rest of the body there.
A fox bounty's been reintroduced in Victoria. The last one was in 2003. But Neil says other pest control methods are more effective.
I think the bounty is a good thing, as it encourages people to shoot and get some money back for their exercise, but it's not obviously the only thing that's going to keep the fox population down. We need to get in neighbourhoods and bait and do other things. I employ a shooter to shoot foxes on my property, but once we shoot them, they come from the other properties. So we need to band together to do a larger area, because there's always going to be foxes. We're never going to eliminate them. I think a fox baiting program would probably be more beneficial to the fox numbers than the shooting, even though I still agree with the shooting.
Bounty drop-off points are opening around the southwest of the state in the program's first week. 123 scalps were handed in on the first day at the Ballarat Department of Primary Industries Centre. In other bounties, the tail was required, but this year it was changed to scalps to prevent people bringing in stockpiles from previous years.
So people need to present the full fox scalp, which includes both ears, the skin surrounding the eyes and the nose.
I just bought in a few fox scalps, 26 that got over the last couple of weeks. I'm mainly in the Pyrenees area, just helping out a few friends with their lambing problems. It's nice to get a bit of reward back, pay for a bit of fuel and ammunition and stuff like that, so yeah.
DPI Biosecurity Operations Manager Michael Rosier says there are conservative estimates of more than 1 million foxes in Victoria. He says hunting should be just one of several pest control methods to reduce fox numbers.
Certainly it's going to help by removing foxes from the landscape, but it's certainly not a silver bullet. If you're talking about getting a widespread impact on fox numbers, the best thing that landholders can do is basically to implement integrated control, and what we mean by that is by tackling the problem from multiple angles. So it's not just about shooting, whether it be opportunistic or for the bounty reward, but also doing things like working together with your neighbours and implementing community baiting programs.
I'm the spotlighter and he's the shooter.
Up until the end of September, Noel Blair and Isles Elliott spend many of their nights walking around local farmland and along the banks of the Avoca River looking for foxes.
We're merino breeders and have fat lambs, and the foxes have killed about 25, I suppose, lambs this year on this property, and we grow crops and hay. And I've been chasing foxes since I was big enough to chase, I suppose, since I was about 6 or 7, I suppose.
I've been hunting since I was 20, and I'm 64 now. And I usually don't stop till I get my 100 a year, and I've got 150 this year. I hang all the carcass on the fence, and I freeze the parts that I think I might be able to sell.
Noel and Isles are pleased about the reintroduction of a fox bounty, but hunting's not something they do for money. Sometimes they come home with nothing.
Probably three hours a night spotlighting, most nights.
Won't pay for your diesel, will it?
It wouldn't pay you way, but it goes a long way towards bullets and fuel. You know, I suppose there's not many sports that do pay their way, so
No.
yeah.
That's what people tell you.
Yeah.
But go and play golf.
Gotta be careful you don't miss their nose. There you go. All done. Yeah, put them round on them.
Why do you do it?
Just
Something to do, isn't it?
just like man versus wild sort of thing, you know. Yeah. This attracts our foxes when we bring them in. It's actually a hare in distress, and the foxes out in the night hear that and they'll start coming towards you. So you just got to sit and wait, and when you're ready, yeah.
Isles has 5 hunting dogs that he uses to track down foxes.
So if you go and walk along the river and there's kabungi, 6 feet high, and you just have the wind blowing towards you, and they'll just tell you straight away. They'll all go mad as soon as they get near a fox and tear in, and hopefully he'll come out where I can get a shot at him. And if not, we'll come back another day and try him again. So I reckon they're in here. Losing lambs in this paddock here, and Noel shot one down in the neighbour's paddock here, and another neighbour, he shot one the same night, and instantly they stopped killing. Yeah. So we reckon one of those 2 foxes that was shot there was the fox that was killing the lambs.
The pair rarely hunt at this time of the year. They say the bounty should have been reintroduced when fox activity was at its peak.
Too late.
Very late.
Very. Should have been in the autumn time when everyone's lambing, because now there's that much grass and
crops.
The little foxes are all in the dens and they're hard to find, and all the rest of it. Yeah.
But it won't be long until Noel Blair and Isles Elliott will be on the hunt again, each night when the sun goes down. Margaret Purin, ABC Ballarat.